George, there's a point where this becomes stochastic. That's French, folks, for pointy. It becomes pointy, where there has to be a response. The ECB is an original invention. If we get there, what are the tools Lagarde will have available to force the dollar to reverse to strength?
Unfortunately, Tom, I think they've run out of tools. The one big tool they had was, of course, negative rates. And if you think back to the big euro decline from 140 all the way down to the 110s, that was when the ECB went negative while the rest of the world still had positive rates. But now everyone's joined them. The ECB is very close to the lower bound. What they could try and do is cut rates a bit further. They're at minus 50. Maybe they can take them to minus 50 or minus 60. Yeah. But I think if they do that, the euro could end up rallying.
Okay.
As soon as they cut rates, the market will realize they're done, and then it won't be very productive.
This is so important, folks, what we're listening to with Mr. Saravelos, because he's clearly drank the Volckers-Landau Kool-Aid. George, you're talking about the magnitude of negative interest rates. That's something the late Marvin Goodfriend talked about. Ken Rogoff has been just courageous on this as well. How do you affect the magnitude you're speaking to of a greater negative interest rate and keep commercial banking in Europe alive?
Well, I think at minus 50, you've been able to do it. But if you do try and go deeper, the issues will become more and more important, and in terms of negative implications. And it's something the ECB has been increasingly recognized. I think that's precisely why they're not going to cut rates over the next in the meeting over the next few weeks. So what's more likely is credit easing measures, more aggressive TLTRO. Of course, the PEP has been successful. But all these things, if they help European growth, they will help European equity inflow, and they'll help the euro. And I think the ECB could, in some sense, be okay with that, as long as the European economy is doing well. And I think next year, Germany especially can boom. They may be more tolerant of a high euro.